even though it's a weight below. So this is a very, very good measure stick, because if you look on Kulakhmet's, this is his fifth fight. So what a measuring stick. And then we're going to see, does he deserve to be in the way that we're calling that, yeah, this guy's meant to be fighting for world titles. I personally believe that he'll be ready for it very, very soon.
Well, we're about to find out. This one's scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds. Let's get Ricky Wright to get him in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. This next one is for the WBC International Championship. Please welcome your first fighter into the ring, the challenger from the Dominican Republic, Juan Carlos Abreu.
Juan Carlos Abreu, native of La Romana, Dominican Republic. And 19 of his 31 bouts have taken place there as well. But has travelled away from home and won before in Colombia, Puerto Rico, Argentina, USA. In his career, that's also taken him to Mexico. But this evening, he boxes in the UK for the first time. His first bout has been stopped in the 6th round against Juan Ennis in September. That's the first and only time he's been stopped in his career. And goodness me, it was a big uppercut that dropped him. Prior to that, fairly colourful life. Boxing doesn't faze him. He's a very relaxed figure. Will pose more than a challenge this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring the champion from Kazakhstan, Tursynbay Kulakhmet.
All in white and ready to go. Tursynbay Kulakhmet. Followed into the ring by the Kazakh flag. Huge expectation around him. As Jamie Moore said, most of the expectation he puts on himself. The plan to have him fighting already for a world title within 7 bouts. And tonight is the 5th. Have another good idea of exactly where he is. Of course, when you're looking to be fast-tracked to world level, you need to be in with good opponents, and that is what Juan Carlos Abreu will be for him this evening. Last time out, it was a late stoppage. It's his first time boxing in London this evening.
Live from York Hall, London, on IFLT globally and in the USA on ESPN+. Lee Eaton, on behalf of MTK Global, presents 10 3-minute rounds for the WBC Super Welterweight Championships. Your WBC supervisor at ringside, Mick Collier. Your 3 judges at ringside: from England, Mark Bates; from Belgium, Daniel van der Velde; and from France, Ali Houabouli. Your timekeeper at the bell, John Smith from England. And your referee from Scotland, Mr. Victor Loughlin. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the black shorts with the yellow trim, weighing in at 10 stone, 13 pounds and 5 ounces. His record: 23 wins, 6 defeats and 1 draw. 22 wins coming by way of knockout. The former IBF Youth Champion from the Dominican Republic, Juan Carlos Abreu. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the blue and white shorts, weighing at 10 stone, 13 pounds and 7 ounces. He is undefeated with a record of 4 wins and no losses. 3 of those wins coming by way of a knockout. He is the reigning defending WBC International Super Welterweight Champion. Dabri Gospota, here's Kazakhstan, Tursynbay Kulakhmet.
Okay, gents, no rules. Remember, obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. Touch gloves, God bless. Let's do it. Touch them.
Tursynbay Kulakhmet versus Juan Carlos Abreu. 10 rounds scheduled. Kulakhmet defending his WBC International Super Welterweight title. There was a green belt held above his head, but he wants the green belt. 4 fights so far. 3 have ended by way of knockout. 300 amateur bouts, 260 victories. But with all the quality at the top of the division, I don't think it's going to be as easy as they're making out.
No, he's not. But, he is tremendously good and gifted, and that just goes to show the strides he's made already after only three professional fights. And they're looking to move in fast, and this is the perfect opponent to prove that he is going in the right direction, I would feel.
23 professional wins for Abreu, 21 of those by knockout as well, so he can bang, that's for sure. He can stop the once, but that was in his most recent bout. And Ennis really put it on him, but he still picked himself up off the canvas 3 times before it was waved off. We were on commentary for Tursynbay's last bout, Barry. Just takes his time, doesn't he? Not in a rush for anything. No,
I just want to say that the referee, I think the Lochran's already noticed that they're standing on each other's feet, especially Kulakhmet has really stood on Abreu's feet all the time. His front foot all the time. See, Abreu there, who for street fighters, they'll lean into the side, they'll lifting up that left hand there, just daring you to commit into a combination when you're not comfortable. For someone like Kulakhmet, I don't think he'll fall into that trap. He's a guy who just really takes his time.
Yeah, they are quite literally toe-to-toe, aren't they? Just see it in the shot there. Kulakhmet gets the left hand away.
As soon as he stood on the toe, then took his right foot on the outside, then threw that left hand down the guard.
Yeah, watching Abreu there, who falls short with the right hand, but all of his weight is on that back foot, isn't it? He's keeping that head as far out of range as he can. A change of pace there from Tursynbay.
What he's trying to, he wants you to come over your front foot, so you fall short with your attack, and then he can fire that right hand there from that crouch stance and have a bit of success.
30 seconds of round 1 to go. Don't expect this one to explode early, particularly if Kulakhmet's controlling the pace. Oh, as he goes to the body there, slapping left hand.
The thing with Abreu, he won't panic under pressure. If he gets caught with a good shot, he's not the sort of fighter who will just unravel automatically. He's been at the level where he's been hit and hurt by quality fighters, so he'll know how to conduct himself if things are going the wrong way for him and still be in the fight.
The bell goes. Tursynbay Kulakhmet chokes the left hand. Goes to that corner. A bit of an all-star cast there, isn't he? Nigel Travis, Jamie Moore, Kerry Kays. And they've got a busy weekend.
Yeah, of course, yeah. They're down in London, obviously they've got a big world title fight tomorrow, haven't they? Chantal Cameron.
Yeah, Chantal Cameron fights Mary McGee at the O2. I've been told she's here this evening, but I've not seen her yet.
I'd be surprised if she is. Jack Catterall here, who's obviously got a world title pending against the brilliant Josh Taylor, I think in February.
Yeah.
Back, yeah, so
feels like Catterall's had to wait a long time for that chance, doesn't it?
I was talking to him earlier. I said, "You must be my age now." That's what it feels like. But he's still a young man, and then he did for the boxing's sake, he did a great thing, allowing Josh Taylor and Ramirez to fight for the unified title, and now he gets his crack for all the belts.
He's done everything right. Currently 26 fights undefeated, Jack Catterall, so February. Keep your eye out for that one. Kulakhmet tries to get the left hand go and then just steps out, lands a left hook in the clinch, and another one as well. Kulakhmet just giving Abreu a little taste, and Abreu comes back with the right hand of his own.
But Abreu clipped him a couple of times with the right hand to the chin there. But the better shots were from Kulakhmet. He's the one who pushing forward, of course. There's that little bit more forward momentum in some of these shots.
Just watching those lead feet, and it is just a competition to see who can get on the toe first. Oh, big shot from Kulakhmet. Left hand drops Abreu.
Again, that's not a shot that he's really seriously hurt with. That's a shot where he gets the foot on the outside, hits him square with that left hand, and then your balance is gone. Great technique though from Kulakhmet, really was. And again, he can play the waiting game. He has such good vision and good technique that he can play this waiting game here. He knows when he throws the shot, it's correct and neat, and he usually always hits the target. Good body shot as well there from Kulakhmet, and a little spin on the front foot. Got caught there. Got caught with the right hand, Kulakhmet.
Oh, and then Abreu catches him, swings again, and Kulakhmet has to swing his way out of trouble, and then just pushes Abreu away. Well, that's woken him up.
I don't think he's fully found his feet, actually, Kulakhmet.
Oh, Abreu. He's coming around the corner with a glint in his eye. He senses something here.
I think he just caught with the right hand as Kulakhmet was coming forward. As he was throwing, I think it was. This way, Abreu's got to jump in and out before he gets the weight under his feet again, Kulakhmet. Then he goes back to picking him off.
Talk about how Kulakhmet is very patient and goes about his work. Do you think rushing him is the best way to get to him?
Well, you have to, yeah. You take a risk of getting caught there. But of course, I say this all the time about guys who are technically better, want distance and the times to set the quality attacks. Then you have to get him unsettled. Ooh, head's coming dangerously close. And you'll get that with the southpaw and orthodox, especially when they both throw the left and right hands respectively.
Well, round two completed, and both men with something to think about. Abreu's been down, but doesn't look too bothered. And Kulakhmet caught. We're going to hear from Spencer Fearon and what he thought of the opening 2 rounds.
Very good round there. With the knockdown, I've got Kulakhmet up because of the knockdown as well. And the thing about it is this, he's trying to load up too much. He needs to relax. But then when he is relaxing, he's thinking, he's letting Abreu kind of old man him out of it. But the knockdown was emphatic. Hard punches. He's got to keep on doing that and apply pressure. And we could be looking at a stoppage win here.
Well, the tempo in the second round certainly pretty high. Now Abreu responded very well from being dropped.
Oh, just took a left hand straight away there, Abreu. And again, so we're getting that front foot on the outside. You know, that territorial advantage, so important, especially throwing for the southpaw the left hand, and the orthodox fight at the right hand, of course.
We're about to see how Kulakhmet will respond to being caught, because he was caught. Oh, catches Abreu with the left there. Just used the ropes well.
I think Abreu just took the sting out of it though, just because he's leaning back, and then yeah, just took the sting out of that left hand.
And Kulakhmet getting a talking to there from the referee.
Just kind of look at him close there, Kulakhmet, to throw that right hook over the top. But he moves on the target, Kulakhmet, so well. When he's throwing the punches, he sort of moves to his right, makes it hard to fire back. And they're only short movements, only little increments of steps.
Nice work from Abreu, just trying to get a few shots away when they're up close.
It's nice work again there, spinning on the front foot from Kulakhmet.
Little raise of the eyebrows from Abreu. He's enjoying his time here at York Hall.
Well, he's trying to get Kulakhmet to lose his shape a little bit, isn't he? To overcommit or throw when he's not ready, to lose his composure a little bit, and I don't think that's going to work, but can't fault him for trying. And this way he's let his hands go here, Abreu. And he has Kulakhmet moving around, moving back, and not setting himself to throw any attacks. It was his chance to throw. Good shot there from Kulakhmet.
It's right through with the left hand to the body. Minute around 3 to go.
A little sneaky right hand there from Abreu.
Right hook from Kulakhmet. It's from the ear of Abreu. How often do we see those knocking fighters off balance as he manages to get the gloves in the way of that left hand?
Oh, lovely shot there. A little dip of the legs, comes back with a right hook. Very economical, isn't he, Kulakhmet? Just touching the target though there, Abreu. He's having success when he lets his hands go. I just think there's a little bit more energy in our work.
Oh, uppercut from Kulakhmet. And Abreu doing well to just grab the left hand and stop him going further. Big right hand right on the bell from Tursynbay Kulakhmet. Not sure if the referee might go and have a word about that one, as he'd stepped in.
Well, that becomes an issue there, because I think he's hit him as the referee was talking as well, mind. So what happens there? And that hurt him, that dipped the legs a little bit there, Abreu.
Oh, that was the uppercut. Oh.
Quality shot, isn't it? And look how he spins the leg straight away. He switches his stance, spins around the target, and he's looking to attack again. Immediately. Some quality work. Oh, it's a great shot. And again, see, he spins the legs, gets in the centre of the ring, looking to push him back a little bit too close for the second phase of the attack there.
It felt a little bit like that right hand when the referee was talking was out of frustration because he'd landed that great left hand and Abreu had done well to spoil his work.
No, he's in close, he's just trying to use the forehand to push away and throw the right hand over the top. The thing is, if the referee's saying break, then that becomes an issue. The thing is, it becomes an issue because if Abreu's hurt, even if he's recovered now, being hurt really empties his tank.
Yeah, and it's not like he's tickled him, is it? That was a big right hand from Tursynbay Kulakhmet.
That's good there from Abreu there, good straight left hand.
And again, the right hand from Abreu. Beating Kulakhmet to the punch there and then catching him with the left. Good start to round 4 here for Abreu.
There's a little cut there, there might be a clash of heads. Little cut on the right eye there of Abreu. I think Kulakhmet struggled a little bit there because there's no the rhythm of Abreu. There's no real rhythm to Abreu's work. That's the problem. Makes him a little bit harder to read.
Right in close there, Kulakhmet with a left hand that Abreu rides and then comes back with a right of his own. And Kulakhmet landing what sound like heavy shots in close.
He generates a bit of power, doesn't he, a bit close, to be fair. He really turns from the core. Licking his own blood there, Abreu.
He's got a taste for it and throws the uppercut to Abreu. Bleeding from that nick above the eye now, but it's not running into the eye, so it's not a concern yet. Saw Kulakhmet there pull the right foot away because Abreu had got on top of his toe again. Oh, shot from Kulakhmet, a sharp right hand.
And then he throws it straight away though. He makes that single shot into a combination automatically. Follows up with another 2 shots. But not having it all his own way.
Well, there aren't many pros you'd put in on their 5th fight with someone like Abreu, are there? Oh, the jab probably working as well in this 4th round as it has done throughout the fight.
He sort of can control this round again, hasn't he, after a good start there from Abreu. That's lovely work. Real clever stuff.
Oh, that's Kарлos wobbled Abreu, and Kulakhmet just chokes that, doesn't jump on him.
No, what I think he's learned from jumping on him, gets a bit scrappy and he gets caught back, so you think he's learned to fight from this safer distance, and when he got the longer range, a little round that.
Oh, interesting. Kulakhmet's gone for the glove touch there, and Abreu has had none of it, sent him to his corner. Oh, the left hand there from Kulakhmet. Just another one in close.
Just showing the strength he has in close. Abreu's really awkward. If in close, he can hold you and turn you, or maybe get inside and ripples uppercuts inside. But I think Kulakhmet's just showing a little bit more strength than in close. And that's the feet getting tangled there. It's a good shot and a good turn of the body there from Kulakhmet. He gets that foot on the outside, spins on the target, but the foot was behind the foot of Abreu, and that way it was where just hit off balance a little bit.
Well, Tursynbay Kulakhmet ready and raring to go. Abreu buying an extra few seconds as we head into round 5. 10 scheduled, and this has been a hard fight for both of these men.
Well, it's good for Kulakhmet, even though he's winning the fight, and I think he's having the most success, and he's landing with pretty much every time he lets his hands go. The economical rate's really good, but he's hitting the guy clean, and the guy's not faltering, and I think that's it's not a bad thing for him, because there's another hurdle that he has to come over, no cross and overcome, of course. Good shot. Even though his hands are up, Abreu there, that left hand almost always gets punches right through the guard there from Kulakhmet.
And even if it's not clean, it's just exhausting for your opponent, isn't it?
It really is.
2 minutes around 5 to go.
A lovely little long right hook there from Kulakhmet.
Yeah, just waited for the jab to come. Moves around the guard with the right hook this time. Lead right hook from the southpaw.
Because he knows he can be countered here, Abreu. He's just trying to get too close to let his hands go. Just lacking the confidence that he should be throwing from there, Abreu. He's not fully confident to do it.
Speaking of confidence, Kulakhmet is really starting to look the part now. Lands with right hook, then right hook. And then the left uppercut through. Clean, tidy work here from Kulakhmet.
Good there from Kulakhmet as well. Didn't get that front foot too close. Because if he would have, Abreu threw that uppercut, now would have landed right on the target. It's good structured work here for Kulakhmet. Again, not overcommitting. He's having success. He's not getting too drunk on his success. He's not overcommitting to any shots. He's not getting his foot too close. And Abreu's just struggling there to let his hands go to hit the target clean. Good jab there from Abreu, then got caught with 2 shots back from Kulakhmet. It's an interesting fight. It's not a barnstormer of any sort, but not a massively tough fight, but it's interesting, intriguing, and
yeah, there's enough to keep you interested.
Yeah, no one can make a mistake. But this is the pace and the tempo and the distance that suits Kulakhmet down to the ground, and it's down to Abreu there to break that cycle and put some pressure on the Kazakh fighter.
5 rounds in. The cut team for Abreu going to work on that right eye once again. Still doesn't look too troubled as he sits down into the corner. Remember, he was down in the second round, but has responded well. Kulakhmet, body language-wise, certainly more confident, as confident as he's looked in that 5th round.
But also it's good for these, when you're having it your own way, when you're dictating the pace and everything's going your own way, then you don't know what it's like to dig a little bit deep. So tonight, even though he's not having to dig into the trenches exactly, because things are not all his own way, that he always have to be aware all the time. It helps so that we can pace the fight, a competitive fight, and that will help him. But certainly, you know, if he is going to go forward into real championship level fights,
he is keen as mustard to get on with it. Always the first in the middle of the ring. Backs Abreu up. Just a reminder though that Kulakhmet cannot take his opponent for granted. 23 victories, 21 by way of knockout. There's plenty of power there for Juan Abreu.
I think it's a great opponent for him, really. It's because also as well, almost every time Abreu stepped up, he's been beat as well. Let's not forget that. But the guys who he's been up against have been pretty special as well. Let's also remember that. Shot there from Abreu, nice right hand. If he just turned more from the waist when he threw the shots, Abreu, there'd be so much more power in his punches. He has a nice smooth rhythm to his work, and you can see why he knocks some people down and out.
Oh, good left hand from Kulakhmet.
But if he turned more from the core, from the waist and the shoulders, then there's a bit more speed in that shot, and it causes more trouble.
Left hand again from Tursynbay.
Just starting to blink a little bit there on the right eye there. Maybe that blood's just starting to trickle in the eye, causing a bit of problems there for...
Oh, good exchange here, and Abreu backing Kulakhmet up. Trying to throw from in close. Oh, another good shot from Abreu. Catches Kulakhmet. That right hook.
Oh, good left hand there from Abreu. Right hand from Abreu. Crunching shot.
And another 1-2 from Abreu, who really fancies this. And Kulakhmet is absorbing some pressure before letting go of a left hand of his own. Opens his mouth and fills the lungs. This Abreu's best period in the fight so far. 40 seconds of round 6 to go. And Kulakhmet wraps his right hand around to just stop Abreu coming forward. 5 or 6 heavy-handed shots here from Juan Abreu.
Well, where did that come from? He was sort of laboured in his work all of a sudden. He hits Kulakhmet with a good shot, and that was it. He came to life. And Kulakhmet was, he wasn't seriously hurt, but he looked in a bit of trouble there. A little bit of panic for the first time in his career.
Well, as he stepped off, just before he got caught the final time, we just saw his chest heaving, desperate to try and recharge those batteries. He lands a left hand of his own, Tursynbay.
Oh, wrong that was.
Certainly Juan Abreu's best round of the fight so far.
Fantastic stuff from out of nowhere, really, pretty was. No, it looked like Kulakhmet sort of got his distance last few rounds. He gets caught with a hook up close, tries to find some distance, but then keeps throwing those. Again, he got a really jerky rhythm to his work. Those uppercuts through the middle were landing, and the Kulakhmet trying to set them for a bigger shot. Kept getting caught with hooks over the top. And there, that was a straight left, right hand there, a lovely shot. All starts there from close up where Kulakhmet's been having the success. But Abreu throws a similar shot that Kulakhmet's been throwing, that right hook over the top.
Well, those replays there were great examples of what you were talking about when you want to see Abreu really turn into those shots.
Yeah, I think this just makes a massive difference, because you get a little bit more velocity in your work, there was more speed and more impact in the shot.
Well, the gauntlet has been laid down. Still 4 scheduled rounds here at York Hall. Juan Abreu versus Tursynbay Kulakhmet. I think in those close quarters, Kulakhmet will be paying a lot more attention than he was 3 minutes ago.
He certainly will, but he doesn't need to get close. Doesn't need to get that close. He's having success from the longer range. He's the one with the sharper reflexes, the better eye.
Again, Abreu getting that right hand away.
I think as soon as he feels Kulakhmet pull, trying to get his hand free, that's when he throws straight away.
Oh, lovely shot from Abreu, and Kulakhmet down for the first time in his professional career. And Juan Abreu, it's been coming and it's landed.
I think he got up too early.
Still 1:45 of this round to go, and Abreu smells blood. Tursynbay Kulakhmet in trouble, trying to hold on. He's staggering, he's stumbling. Abreu jumps on him. The referee taking a good look at this. Still 90 seconds of the round to go. Kulakhmet down again. He's flat on his face. It's been waved off, and Juan Abreu has arrived in East London, and he has upset the journey of a man tipped for world level.
Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. Just out of nowhere, what was it, a right hand? Was caught in flush, he was gone. And then he got up too early, didn't he? Go up way too early. They should have, there's lack of experience there, not just trying to find your feet. Gets up too early, and Abreu, he was like a hungry dog then, he was all over him, he really was.
Well, make no mistake, you can tell by the reaction that that is the biggest win of Juan Abreu's career.
And I literally said a few rounds ago, every time he stepped up, he's been beat. But he stepped up tonight, even though the guys had lack of experience as a pro, he stepped up tonight in quality again and produced the win of his career. You're right, what a phenomenal win that was.
Not only that, got up off the canvas after he was dropped in round 2. And that's the difference, isn't it? The composure he showed when he was dropped compared to the composure that Kulakhmet showed.
Well, it's more than just that as well. The fact that he was being outboxed at time, he was being hurt every time he got hit. He was not seriously hurt, but he was being hurt. And if Kulakhmet kept it long, we felt that it was his fight to lose, and it was his fight to lose. But again, as we said that, it wasn't like a barnstormer of a fight, but at that intrigue, if anyone makes a little mistake, they're going to pay for it. And I'm not sure if Kulakhmet made a mistake there, but Abreu threw the shot, he committed with it. He hadn't been committing with the shots all night, really. He committed with the shot, and he got the finish. And what a standout win that is for him, really is.
Well, Abreu heading over to the Kulakhmet corner to check he's okay, but the doctors are in there, so the celebrations continue. Juan Abreu gets his 24th win, his 22nd knockout. We said earlier in the fight, he's not the kind of opponent he'd usually put a 4-fight professional in with, and that's why.
Well, we all got the luxury of hindsight. I was saying it was a fight too soon. It wasn't a fight too soon. Kulakhmet looked great, and he looked great tonight, and he was boxing great, and he was on his way to winning. But boxing's that sort of sport. You can win 9.5 rounds. It doesn't matter if you get caught with a shot that puts you to sleep. And it wasn't quite that, but it was a shot that hurt him. He got up too soon, and then Abreu had the bit between his teeth and just wouldn't allow him to recover.
But the round before that, Kulakhmet took a lot of punishment.
Yeah, he did, but I still think he was composed enough to look like he had control. I think he knew he could hurt Abreu as well, and he wanted to get the finish, and that's it. And also Abreu committed. He hadn't so many punches he threw tonight were good shots, but he hadn't really turned on the core. He hadn't really overextended. He was being safe. But that moment there, he went for it, and he threw the shot. I wouldn't say the shot of his career, but it was a fantastic shot. Once he hurt him, he knew how to finish the job.
Juan Abreu has defeated Tursynbay Kulakhmet. He is ready in the ring. Great to see Kulakhmet back on his feet again. That probably slows his journey down, but make no mistake, it is by no means the end. He is still incredibly talented. He's just going to have to be a little bit more patient. Let's go to the middle with Ricky Wright to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Victor Loughlin calls stop the contest at 1 minute and 34 seconds of round number 7. For your winner by knockout and new WBC International Super Welterweight Champion, Juan Abreu.
Well, but he gets the win. And let's be honest, he gets the win. I never thought he would have got, to be honest. He looked dangerous in there, but never looked like, to be honest, that he was going to win the fight for me. I think Kulakhmet was boxing well, but you give a guy like Abreu an inch of a chance to land with a big shot, and he did. But for me, the Kulakhmet was, he looked the stronger, up and closer early in the rounds for me. Had his distance really well. Had Abreu down and hurt. The uppercut there, the movement around the body with the feet. Everything was working for him. There was little signs where Abreu could be dangerous, of course. But for the most part, all it felt like Kulakhmet kept his shape, he kept his composure, kept his concentration and his discipline. And this was a fight he was going to win. It was just how he won. That's how it felt. But there, takes that right foot a little bit close to the target. Abreu lands with a lovely long right hand. Hits him down, hurts him. Kulakhmet gets up too soon, and Abreu there knew he had him, just knew he kept throwing, just fully committed with every shot, and a great shot. He was out cold there, Kulakhmet, and what a win there. Unbelievable stuff, unbelievable scenes. I don't know, Juan Abreu gets a standout win.